me rather, in Luke 21. I open the scriptures, uh, Genesis. Of the Philistine unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto thee of, sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed will I give all these countries. This freaked me out. I give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. Luke 21, 34, 36. We're going to have a little conversation. Luke 21, 34 says, and take heed, therefore, take heed to yourselves, lest any of you, at any time, your heart be overcharged with fighting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unaware. For as a snare shall it come on all that dwell in the land, dwell in the face of the earth, the whole earth. 36. Watch ye therefore and pray. Say what? Watch ye therefore and pray that ye be accounted worthy to escape all these things. Watch this, that shall come to pass. And stand before the Son of Man. Our anchor text tonight are cycle triggers. Cycle triggers. What kicks cycle off? And let me make it plain that what we want to accomplish tonight is that our eyes can be open. Our eyes can be aware of triggers. Triggers. And make sure the audience online hear me clearly, because I got to get it as much as I can get it out. All right? So every day cycles occurring. Every day. The triggers are recurring every day. And the reality is, a lot of persons just simply don't recognize it. Every day, don't recognize it. It's happening all around us. It's happening all around us. But tonight, my intention is to help us to be aware and to watch it and see it when it happens. And when you see a cycle happen, because it's so common, you think it's just you. You think it's just the way you were born. You think, no. It is a trigger that push you in the direction to do what you did. What is triggers, Pastor Miller? I'm glad you asked. He says it's trigger, it's very small, but the reality is it releases something big and explosive. I say it again, a trigger. The smallest part of that gun is the trigger. Isn't it amazing? Is the trigger the smallest part of that gun? Any explosive device, the trigger is never bigger than the device. It's always a little itty bitty thing. What it is? Yeah, like itty bitty, whatever itty bitty is, that's what it is. An itty bitty thing. And I reiterate, every day these triggers are firing off. When you come to a place where you respond to something trigger that response. Okay. When you react a certain way, something trigger that reaction. And when someone says, what happened to you? Well, that's just me. No, it's not you. You are literally repeating a cycle. That's not just me. You were not born that way. You were born respectful. You were born how to communicate. And you get to the place where triggers get you to the place where, pow, fire off. And what caused trigger? What caused trigger? Something happened and you reacted to what was happening. Say it again. So when you saw something, it caused a trigger. It caused a trigger. It could be one word. And you say, I gone to work today, or I gone this house today, or I gone, and if they say this to me, and guess what? That's exactly what they're gonna say. And I like these like John Wick movies and beekeeper movie and stuff where first them don't look they got when they walk through there. A lot of time folks in church, in jobs, in home, and they got their weapon behind them. They got their coat on, and you say the wrong word, you do like this, and it's all over. All over. Literally, it could be a look, it could be a season on the calendar. Some folks move into depression certain time of the year. Literally just drift into depression. What was the trigger? They saw that calendar and then they mind gone. And they, what happened to you? I'm okay. I can be alright. It literally change your whole mode. Say run, Miller, run. So I want to look at about 3 types of triggers, or 3 senses of triggers. The first one is psychological and emotional. Psychological and emotional. I say again, psychological and emotional. Let's walk. So this trigger, this psychological trigger, it stimulates from something in your past. So you had an experience that produces a memory. And when that memory takes place, you react to that experience. What happens? Then your body, then your emotion, psychologically, everything get out of whack. And then you react in your present moment from your yesterday experience. Let me try it again. You had an experience maybe yesterday, or maybe yesteryear, or maybe years ago. And something come up, and you just go right back to where that was, and that statement, that word, that moment, cause you pull your triggers from last year and blow up in that end. And the reality is, you say, well, where did that come from? Cycle was waiting to be released, and you found the trigger, and boom, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Literally, some people say, I don't care. You ever try to calm someone down who firing off? I don't care, let me go, I don't care. Then when they catch themselves, they say, I was stupid, I was crazy, you have to think those things before you do what you do. Then secondly, there's what's called technical system, and this one for me is clear for me. I'm a technical person, so that trigger, programming trigger, it's like a code in the computer that automatically responds without anybody pushing a button. Without anybody pushing a button, it's a preset trigger. What it is? Yeah. So what if you ever handle a spreadsheet or something like that, then you understand it. Because once you take this action, you don't have to figure what's going to happen next. The trigger has been preset, and that action result into this response. We were doing some forms the other night. I said to them, I say, y'all fill the form out, or that's what you got to do. Once you fill it out, it's going to come to me, and it will line everything up in alphabetical and chronological order. The person coming in last will not go on page 1. Nothing happen. I don't have to go and take you and put you on page 1. The spreadsheet data waiting on you. You doing what? Waiting on you. And so when you enter your information, boop, you're the first person. I know when to first. I know when to last, because it put you automatically. And there's some triggers that just happen automatically, man. Just automatically. I mean, like, let me get out of that. And the third one, we gotta run. Let me get out of that. And that's then the mechanical ones went back to the gun. Back to the gun. They have automatic triggers, and they have what you call semi-automatic triggers. So the automatic trigger, you pull it once, it over. It ain't gonna stop until the gun empty. You ever been there? I can give peace in my mind, and no matter, you telling yourself stop, shut up, stop, shut up, stop. But that mind, that's automatic. They and you finish. The trigger is so small. Yes, once it's pulled, it releases massive force. The shadow was passing the other day, and I was doing some stuff in the yard, and something happened. She said, I said, if you heard the song, you're still living. If you heard the song, you still living. Fellas say, if you hear pop, you still living. If you hear it, you still living. You still living. So usually the last song you hear, that click before the boom. That click before the boom. Let's run with this cycle triggers. Someone say the click before the boom. Say looking for the click and don't touch the switch. Run, Miller. So I reiterate again. Cycle triggers can be circumstances, emotion, environment, relationship, memory, or pressure that activate and establish a pattern of constantly moving forward, and then it changes your entire thinking and your entire behavior. Once a pattern takes place, you cease to control yourself. Most of our lives, when we got saved out of patterns we were crying about. We were saying, I gotta get over this, and it just keep coming back, and then tell God, step in there and shut that thing down. I'm here by myself. I know I'm here by myself. Huh? Oh, get that for me. I know I'm here by myself. Huh? So I'm the only one who got out and shut some stuff down with me. Eh? I'm the only one, eh? All right, now I know better than that. I know better than that. Now, let me make this clear, because you're watching online, it doesn't mean you don't have free will. It literally means that your will got override. If you don't pay attention, triggers can cause you override your very own standard, your very own drive. You will literally forget who you are if you don't acknowledge triggers and shut them down before they fire off. Run, Miller. I got to run. All the trigger does, the trigger present the opportunity. Let me say it again. Let me say it. The trigger presents the opportunity. I'll say it again. The trigger presents the opportunity. It presents the opportunity, but it does not dictate the response. It does not dictate the response. I said again, the trigger presents opportunity. Choices determine the response. Help all of us, Jesus. Choices have determine the response. Let's just look at some triggers, some change, how it work. Let's look at how this trigger work, right? Because cycles don't normally repeat itself. But I say this now. No, not all at one time. So you don't say, I see the whole scheme, I see the plan. Oh yeah, that can cause that. No, you don't see that. No one, unless you hook up the Holy Ghost every day, no one sees when it's starting to happen. I reiterate, all of us here tonight got some trigger that's lurking in the back, waiting for us to pull it. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It doesn't just say, see me here, have it happen. They move through sequences. And most of the time, persons don't notice it. Don't notice it until the last link get reeled in. So you're functioning and you think you're okay. And some get you say, yeah. And next thing you know, one straw and you blow up. You blow up. You blow up. When that last lane come in, the behavior or the consequences is now exposed. And then people say, where did that come from? That been coming. It's been like the tile on the floor. It's been walking towards you. It's been building towards you. But if you don't pay attention to it, or if you don't know it, you won't recognize it until you blow up. You got to know your soft zone. Please tell yourself, I got to know my soft zone. I got to know my soft zone. So here's how it works. The trigger comes. Then a thought comes in. It touches your emotion. I'm very observant. I'll sit in certain places and I see persons having a good time. Someone walk in there or say something, they get the whole mode change. And I said, Jesus, man, they didn't recognize it. Or you mention somebody's name, they're laughing, hey, mention, all of a sudden the whole mode, that trigger was the name, the thought, what they did to me, what they said about me, how they handled me, the thought. Then the emotion began to kick in. Then they respond. Then the behavior change. Then the consequences steps in. And what happened is it reinforces the cycle they've been dealing with all their life. Unforgiveness, bitterness that came from mama, great-grandmama, daddy, great-granddaddy. And that bitterness where I just can't forgive them. And you ask them, well, why I can't forgive them? Then you gratify your own self. Say, no man, they do you too bad. Stop, so I continue. I think I continue. Here, so again, when the trigger appears, it produces a thought. That thought stirs up emotion. And then that emotion drives your response. And your response becomes a behavior. And your behavior produces consequences. And the reality is, most of the time we don't see it until it happened. We don't see it until it happened. We don't see it until it happened. I said again, we don't see it until it happened. And if that behavior gives you some kind of gratification or some kind of reward, it becomes a pattern. Because I like how that felt. I gave him peace of my mind. Oh, I just did this. I like how that felt. Or I did it. And whatever hurt somebody or hurt you and give you gratification. I watched a documentary on that a night ago. They call this place called Zombie Street or Zombie somewhere, and my heart broke because I'm looking at people who are actually zombies. They're zombies. And the guy, I said, what you doing here? He said, well, he says, he remember he first came out there, he's been 30 years. And he took one hit of whatever drugs it is, and he never got up from that one hit. And they're literally just drugged out. Why? That reward, that hit, that feeling, they keep chasing that. Lost their job, lost him. Again, we look at drug addiction as bad, but when you got a anger attitude, when you got some kind of mismanagement attitude, they are just as bad as any other addiction. Cycles, don't care what form it comes in, as long as they keep you from doing what you come to do or being who you're supposed to be. Should I stop? Should I continue? I think I'll continue. And again, cycle behaviors are not locked. I said again, cycle behavior, in other words, it doesn't have the final say in your life. Tell yourself, cycle does not have the final. But let's rephrase that. Negative cycle does not have the final say in my life. Say it again, man. How do I know? Something can enter and change the outcome of that cycle. Change the outcome of that trigger. Change the outcome of that response. What, Miller, please tell me, what could enter that change my response? I'm glad you asked. Look at Isaac. Because Isaac had opportunity to repeat the cycle after a trigger fire off, or end the cycle and start something fresh. Are you with me? Huh? So here's the pattern. The famine came. he got divine instruction. Divine instruction, he obeyed it. And a different destination happened. Usually we go off when we ignore common sense. And how much time we tell ourselves this ain't gonna end right. This ain't gonna end right. This just ain't gonna end right. Yeah, but I can try. This ain't gonna end right, man. But a divine instruction, please holler a divine instruction. Now let me help you here, because the word of God does not remove confusion, does not move stress, but it gives you a new voice of direction. And so your response, if you respond to the stress, it's going to be negative. If you respond to the word of God, it's going to be positive. The cycles in our life literally only can do on our response. Teach this Bible, Miller. I'm working, Lord, I'm working. Huh? What happens is, if you don't hearken to that voice, then old pattern will take over again. Old pattern will begin to happen. I got a reader. Let's walk. Let's examine this from the scriptures. Genesis chapter number 12. Genesis 12. We got two men, two farming. Interesting. 2 men, 2 farming. I pray, God, Lord, help us to understand. Help us, God, to find this path, identify, and God, and move in the right direction. Come on. So Genesis chapter 12. Abraham. Genesis 12 verses 10. Verses 10. Genesis 12, 10.
And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land.
So it wasn't just regular famine. It was grievous. Scripture, and listen to me, man. I got another book coming. I got another book coming. It's coming. So Abraham, got a word from God. I gonna bless you. I can be with you. I can make you a blessing. Who bless you? I can bless them. And think about this now. At the middle of this journey, a famine shows up. And watch this now. This is on record, and I started to be record on this. I tell you if I ain't got it right or not. This is the first famine recorded. And so now Abraham said, well, you know what? And let me digress. I try to figure out, Egypt seemed to be a wealthy place every time. Egypt just seemed to be wealthy, man. You check the whole, okay. but he runs to Egypt, and I probably do the same thing. My family got to eat. I'll swim with shark. I promise you. I had to be a diver. No, I used to dive professionally. I'm still a diver. And sharks show up. I say, eat, my children can eat, or you can eat. And my children can eat. I'll kill you. My point is I might have done the same thing without information Abraham did. Run to Egypt, man. Not easy. But pay attention, and because I'm bringing this on Sunday again, not this, but not as the affairs of it. Pay attention to that word sojourn. That's your homework. Go do the Hebrew study on the word sojourn. Do a Hebrew study on the word sojourn. You do a Hebrew study on the word sojourn. Do a study on sojourn. Okay, so now that's how Abraham responded. Now watch this. What was the trigger that pushed him to Egypt? Famine. Famine pushed him to Egypt. Isaac comes up now. Now be mindful now, this is the birth of a cycle. Cycle is real now, cycle living. Abraham ain't gonna live forever. Cycle got to find another body to consistently move forward. So Abraham gonna die. Cycle's not gonna find the next one. Oh, you the heir? I'm coming. Isaac now, chapter 26, verse 1. Watch this. There's a famine.
And there was a famine in the land, beside the first famine.
Get your breaks. There was a famine in the land. Besides the first famine
that was in the days of Abraham.
The first famine that was in chapter 12. This is the famine. This is the famine that jump on your daddy, not jumping on you. Trigger. Say hey. Someone say hey. Trigger. Be mindful now. Isaac was not even born yet when this famine happened the first time. He's now born, not just born, he's now a full-grown man, got family. And now, once he's now, Miller teaches word, man, he's now progressing to the promise of God. Here comes the same challenge that tried to take his father out, now trying to take him out. Come on, read, reader. What it says?
And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gur.
So, pay attention, you enthusiast Bible studiers. Listen to me good, because this got to me today in my study. I've been teaching this for a little while, but this one got my attention. So Isaac, because when I said, you know me, I like to ask a question. You know, why? And my why was, why God came to him in Gerar. And historically told me, it's the path towards Egypt. And historian says Isaac was kind of low on ration, so he decided to stop the Gerar to load up again to go down to Egypt. And God came to him and said, no. I see what this trigger want to do, but you're not going to do what happened the last time this thing happened. You're not going to go down to Egypt. Holy Ghost, talk to me. You're not going to do what your father did. You're not going to do what your mom. I know you got the same trigger, but your response going to be different. Yeah, I know you're pressured, but your response going to be different. Run, Miller. So watch this here. Watch this. Watch the same trigger, famine, same temptation, but different is in the instruction. Abraham, famine came. Isaac, famine came. The difference is, when Isaac famine came, the word of the Lord spoke to him and said, do not go down to Egypt. Come on, give me a little more. Watch this.
And the Lord appeared unto him and said, go not down into Egypt.
Come on.
Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, I will be with thee, and will bless thee, and unto thee, and unto thy seed I will give all these countries.
You don't want to miss Sunday morning, because I'm coming on this Sunday morning. I'm just touching it right here. But Isaac, God said to Isaac, sojourn in this land. Sojourn in this land. I can be with you. I can bless you. I can give you all these countries. But it was a hard place. But here is something significant I want you to pay attention to, this for your own private study. In that same trigger season, more than one incident happened to Abraham. Isaac override the first phase of it. He didn't go to Egypt, but he stayed in Abimelech. And let me help you all. Do you want to study on this? Abimelech is not a name. Abimelech is a position. It's a title. Because Abraham himself faced an Abimelech. And that Abimelech, when Abraham faced that Abimelech, Abraham said, hey, sis, honey, baby, come, please, baby, do me a favor of mine. This man can kill me. I can't afford to die. So if he knows my wife, he can kill me to take you. Tell him he's my sister, man. She must have been a good woman. Okay, baby. And Abimelech took Sarah and carried in the room, you know. You carried in the room, and God kicked the door down. I'm paraphrasing this, and say, if you touch her, you're dead. Abraham, but I do. He's just small married. But they tell me this, his sister, and she agree. Isaac done the same thing. Say, hey. No, y'all gonna say, hey. You can't afford to sleep on cycle. You can't afford to sleep on when you recognize a trigger. Notice what all happened when one trigger fire off. and you jump over one, look for the next one because it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Isaac did the same thing. He did the same thing. They both repeat out of fear a lie about their wife. Fear was the trigger that caused them to tell the lie. Fear. I'm going to take my wife. Let us soak in a minute. What have you done in your most scariest moment? What have you done in your most fearful moment? You fear someone will leave you. You fear someone will cheat you. You fear, you fear, you fear. I never get, this young man I knew, someone said he did something, so I approached him. I said, and he said, no, I do that. But he came back hours later and said, man, I was scared. I lied to you. He said I was scared. And I condemn him because I never got to drive on the bus. And I take H.Miller badge in the bus. I drive in the bus. My badge is in my bus. And the speaker pull beside me. Pull over. I pull over. He say, what your name? I say, H.Miller. I'm thinking, what is this? The bus for the people. I tell my name Levin in case he had me for my badge. I gotta get away with that because I look like Levin. I was scared, and all he says, pull over, I pull over. What's your name? I said, H.Miller. He said, okay. And he going there like, Jesus, I lie for nothing. I mean, no, but I'm the only one, right? We had some pull up on you, all of a sudden you don't get out to think straight. You boy, bitch out, bitch out. Come on, get more for you. Move on, move on. Oh God, help me here. I say again. Triggers show up. Triggers happen. It's response that what matters. The respond. It determines whether you continue a family cycle or you cut that thing off in the butt. Someone say, thanks be to God. Someone say, thanks be to God for interruption. Give me verse 2 and 3 again, please. Thank God for interruption. God interrupted Isaac's response.
And the Lord,
he was headed. Take a break or something and get around. And sometimes when God slow you down, don't wonder why I slow down. Just slow down. Come on.
And the Lord appeared unto him and said, go not down into Egypt. Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in the land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries.
God gave Isaac an instruction that interrupted a pattern. If you quiet your spirit, God will give you an answer that will interrupt a pattern that try to jump from your parent, try to jump from your great-grandparent, try to jump on you. God will give you an answer to interrupt it. You got to be honest with yourself. Lord, I don't know what to do. I faced with this. What do I do? Be still. He'll tell you what to do. I promise you he'll tell you what to do. He'll tell you what to do. I can tell you I've lived this out. I ain't get it right yet, but I lived this out. I sometimes still try to panic and I can make back up because I jump too quick. But at the end of the day, I thank God that God gives word that interrupt. Let's Isaac chain, I reiterate. Isaac chain, famine, uncertainty, fear, then self-preservation, deception, and consequences. But thank God, the greatest thing was he stayed where God told him to stay. What did I say? I hope, man, I really hope. You know, when I teach, preach, prepare, I hope people get it. People get it. Well, I'm not trying to move you from stress or challenge, try to help you to see and respond different. Because reality is, a lot of us are poised for God's greatness. And the thing that will challenge us, it comes for one purpose, to disrupt that greatness. A lot of us start some journeys. We set some goals, set some principles, and one response can shift your whole direction if it's the wrong response. Let's go. So neighbor, you cannot control triggers, but you do control the response. Yeah, I tell people to blame. I saw time. So let's come on here, guys. Come on. So, go over there, Khalida. Go over there. Right? And try to snatch your bike. Don't let him take your bike, please. Try it again. All right. All right. Go back, sit down. You move too slow, man. Now tell Dora I can't stand his guts for trying to take my bike. 4 years, she tell you the same thing. The same thing. I just can't stand his guts for trying to take my bike. Well, the reality is, bitterness now sets in. Unforgiveness sets in. And the reality is, he only tried to take her bike once. She couldn't control him trying to take her bike. But the biggest problem, H.Miller, biggest problem with not him trying to take her bike, that action was the trigger to bring a bitter cycle on her life. And she now, mommy dead, daddy dead, this one dead, okay? But not you people, all right? But and pattern still living because we don't recognize the trigger. Recognize the trigger. Jesus said something that was powerful. We can move down to our close. He said something powerful. Give me Luke 21. You got that? If not, Shorty got it for you. Luke 21. Luke 21, 34.
And take heed to yourselves.
Take heed.
To yourselves.
Take heed.
To yourselves.
To the person to offend you.
To yourselves.
Person to stress you out.
To yourselves.
Person to cheat you.
To yourselves.
Person to lie to you.
To yourselves.
All of those were just triggers. Because the truth be told, your response gonna affect you, not them. Teach me, love. Take heed to yourself. Come on.
Lest at any time your hearts be overcharged.
So you really like you with the preschool training. Read it.
And take heed to yourself.
Yes.
Lest at any time your heart
lest at any moment, any second, it's just waiting for the opportune moment. Come on.
Your hearts be overcharged with
and
surfeiting.
It's not after your money, it's not after your clothes, it's not after your head, it's after your heart. It's after your heart. Because if something gets down in your heart, it governs your entire life. Come on.
And drunkenness. And cares of this life. And so that day come unto awareness. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the
Please
whole earth.
Tell yourself, watch out for the trap. Watch out for the trap. Watch out for the trap. Identify your triggers and understand behind every trigger there's a trap. I'll say again, identify your triggers. Behind every trigger there's a trap. When something pushed you the wrong way, it got nothing to do with the push. It got to do with the trap that's set for you after the push. And you get into a loop, you get into a pattern that will lock you down for the rest of your natural life. in the International Standard Version says, it says, consistently be on your guard so your heart will not be loaded down with self-indulgence. Don't just satisfy yourself. I'm going to say something back and I just got to say something. You want to satisfy yourself. Whatever you do, satisfy God. Satisfy yourself never satisfy. Say, hey, pay attention. Don't let your heart be overcharged. Say it again, man. Finish, reader. What he says, how do you avoid it? Watch
ye therefore.
Watch
ye therefore.
Watch
ye therefore.
And do what?
And pray always.
Pray sometime.
Always.
Pray when you come to church on Sunday morning.
Always.
Pray when eating your food.
Always. That ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Say, neighbor, pay attention. Watch. Pray. Triggers happen. But you don't have to respond negatively. I say it again. Triggers don't decide who you are. Triggers don't decide how you respond. Abraham responded one way. He ran down to Egypt. Isaac determined, I am not going to do what my father did. This is what God want me to do. This is what God want me to do. When you think about cycle, and what prompted this whole teaching on me is, for somebody that cannot see it, I cannot not see it. And so I begin to just drive one day and I says, people do this stuff not because they want to, not because they're doing it. Something pushes them. I'm not kidding me. Triggers. And the reality is, every one of us have triggers. What is trigger for us, Pastor? Trigger is the thing that push you out of character, that push you to do something that you won't do in your normal mind. Triggers. I'll do you three, and I'm going to shut it down for the sake of our broadcast. We have a conversation 5 minutes and we can go home. Pressure. Crisis. Trigger. Pressure. Crisis. I saw a documentary the other night. It was last night. And the lady was passing. This guy on the street called and said, come here. He's talking to her. And she says, talking about London. She said, you just look like you're out of it. She said, yeah. He said, you want to talk? She said, yeah. She said, my partner and I was together for like over 10 years. Now, she take my house and she gonna sell it. Crisis. Trigger. Fear. This is what the cycle is. It's gonna come. Fear and self-preservation. Whenever crisis and pressure come, self-preservation. What may happen? Under pressure, a person may return to old survival habits, even remain thieving, lying, even remain doing something so against the norm. Why? I got to survive. Okay, another one. Almost the same thing. Scarcity. Trigger. Financial hardship. Listen to me, man. When you got bills to pay, what's the cycle? Deception. Been there. I see that caller ID you calling. I ain't answer that. Because I can answer for you. Never forget, I owed a man $80,000. And after 3 years, I couldn't do nothing about it. And he called me. And I wasn't going to him. I said, I ain't going to him because you got to go to the man. And I ain't going. I said, you got to go. And he's a lawyer too, so I think when I go on, you know why? He said, boy, you borrowed all of my money. I said, yes, sir. He said, but you know what? I let you borrow it. I can't really blame you. Write it off. What if I didn't go? Fear of the negative made me procrastinate. So watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Lack can trigger lying, over borrowing or borrowing, stealing, gambling, manipulation, or poor financial decision. Lack. You keep throwing your line in the water, that's a ravine. What that says now? What that mean? Fish in there. But that's what happens. And I can touch this one, and we're going to close it. Neglect. Trigger. What that says now? Neglect. The cycle is seeking validation elsewhere. Yes. Seeking, and usually this happens in marriages, in ministry, in friendship. This is what happens. This is what happens. Like people say, oh, men, what they say, women need, what they say, but they say women need, give me something, help me. Women need affection, and men need attention. Right? Let me help you. We all need the same thing. And I tell people, in my almost 40 years of ministry and counseling, I get to find out that women and men are no different in many cases. Here is what we do as men. I'm going to expose us. We are masters of disguise. We are. We will perform. We will perform. We will perform while bleeding. Bleeding, we'll be performing. That's what we do. But what happens? What happens if God doesn't control men and women? They look for validation elsewhere. So where where there's rejection, I'm sorry, and then what comes then is withdrawal. Where do I stop this now? Validation, not withdrawal. Validation. A person who feels unseen may become vulnerable to inappropriate emotional or sexual attention. You don't feel good? And you look at me deep all you want. You online too. You don't feel good. When someone say to you, man, you look good. Okay, I'm by myself in here. It's just real. You don't feel crazy? Boy, you look bad. That feels stupid. So, if someone says I don't care who you are, if someone tells you look good, it does something to you. Now, how you respond, it's a whole different ball game. and you like, when someone say, oh God, man, you're beautiful, but man, you're handsome, they don't say I love you. They don't say I want to be with you. They're just admiring who you are. But if there's a void in there, if there's a neglect in there, then you read that statement totally different. I pause. Join us this Sunday, 10 a.m. sharp, Born Again Ministry. We concluding our session on cycle. We could try to conclude on Sunday morning. You want to miss it? We're going to deal with sojourn. Have a wonderful afternoon. We're going to deal with sojourn. Have a wonderful afternoon.